عملها نصف طايرة ورونالدو يقول له حطها لي على القاع على الأرض. رونالدو كان
50 million euros plus of signing.
في مكان مناسب. روعة رافائيل. إذا لياو في فور ركنية. هم البرتغال هم.
A roaring night under the lights, tension in the air, and two footballing giants face off in a battle of legacy and dreams. Portugal versus France. This wasn't just another match. It was a clash between eras. On one side, the living legend Cristiano Ronaldo, possibly in his final European championship. On the other, the electric force of Kylian Mbappé, who once stood in a locker room as a young boy, eyes wide, dreaming of sharing the pitch with his idol. Tonight, that dream was real. The camera caught Ronaldo calm, focused, as always, while Mbappé stood poised, knowing this was more than a match. It was a moment written in the stars. The crowd, electric. The chants, deafening. The weight of history hung heavy. This was not their first meeting, but it might just be the most emotional. Portugal had only won 6 of their previous 28 meetings. France, dominant, with 19 wins, came in with confidence. But in knockout football, history doesn't score goals. Players do. As the referee's whistle echoed to the packed Hamburg stadium, fans knew they were in for a night to remember. From the first touch, intensity poured in from both sides. It was clear this wasn't going to be easy. Not for Ronaldo, not for Mbappé. The battle lines were drawn, and fate had already chosen to make this more than just football. It was a legacy war. The first half kicked off with France immediately asserting their presence. Kolo Muani stormed down the flank early on, testing Portugal's defensive line, but the veteran Pepe stood firm. Camavinga and Griezmann controlled the midfield with sharp touches and precise distribution. Yet, Portugal didn't stay quiet for long. Leao, operating from the left, exploded with raw speed, darting past defenders and slicing into the box. One chance, 2 chances, he was relentless. The chemistry with Nuno Mendes down the wing was lethal, creating space and whipping in dangerous crosses. Ronaldo, ever the predator, lurked in the box, signaling, demanding the perfect ball. He got one, a low cross from Mendes, but the timing wasn't perfect and the shot went wide. Meanwhile, Mbappé began heating up. Every time he touched the ball, the stadium held its breath. He beat one, skipped past 2, and delivered a curling ball across goal, only to be cleared by Ruben Dias at the last second. France came again. Chouameni from distance, a rocket, but Diogo Costa was alert. As minutes passed, the pace refused to slow. Bruno Fernandes tried his luck from outside the box, forcing Mainin into a low save. Portugal gained momentum, pushing the tempo. Bernardo Silva linked up brilliantly with Vitinha, slicing through the French midfield like a blade. Then came a free kick. Ronaldo stepped up. Stadium silent. He struck with power, but it soared just over. Moments later, Camavinga responded with a fierce long-range effort that grazed the crossbar. End to end. Breathless. No goals yet, but it felt like something was coming. The second half began with even more urgency, as if both teams realized time was slipping through their fingers. France came out pressing higher, Griezmann orchestrating like a general, while Mbappé drifted dangerously between the lines. A quick 1-2 with Count freed Mbappé down the right. He squared the ball across the face of goal, inches away from Wani's boot. The miss brought groans from the French supporters and sighs of relief from the Portuguese end. But Portugal wasn't passive. Leao remained a nightmare for the French defense, combining pace with footwork that left defenders guessing. A sharp cut inside, a sudden shot just wide of the post. Then a golden chance. Vitinha threaded a pass through 3 defenders, finding Bernardo Silva in stride. Silva's low cross rolled perfectly into the path of Ronaldo, who timed his run, but Upamecano's last-ditch slide was just enough to deflect it off course. France answered instantly. Chouameni again from distance stung the gloves of Diogo Costa. Camavinga, growing into the game, began pushing higher. He weaved past midfield, fired a curling effort from the edge of the box. It skimmed the top of the net. As both teams traded blows like heavyweights, tension rose. Fernandes launched a pinpoint ball to Nuno Mendes, who volleyed across into box. Leao leapt connected, but Mainin pulled off a world-class save. Applause erupted. It was relentless, passionate football. Still no goal, but every minute felt like a countdown to a breakthrough. Bodies flew. Tackles crunched. The clock ticked. The war wasn't over. It was only just beginning. With 90 minutes gone and the scoreboard still frozen, extra time felt inevitable. But this wasn't just an extension. It was a new war. Tired legs, heavy lungs, but no one backing down. Portugal struck first with urgency. Vitinha, full of drive, slipped between two French shirts and released Leao once more. His speed was unreal. He blazed down the left and delivered a deadly low cross. It skipped past Ronaldo, bounced through chaos in the box, but again, no finish. Mainin, the wall, was unbeatable. France responded. Dembele, fresh and fiery, danced past Mendes and curled one toward the far post. It shaved the bar. The drama intensified with every second. Then came the moment. Bernardo Silva found space, slid the ball to Ronaldo inside the box. Time slowed. He took a touch, opened his body, and up